Hey there, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you're well. Today we are going to be looking into how to use search. To start with, here we're going to use Google, and how we're going to use Google initially to create a deeper search and find exactly what it is that we want from our project. And to start with, we have some big questions with our project to do with what are computers and what are computers used for, and all the bits and pieces that go along with computers, and all the innards, outers, and all the accessories that go along with computers. We want to know how they work, because they all have a very strong relationship with each other. So I'm going to start with one of the key questions from one of the classes, and that was, what is a microchip? And they went on and asked, well, how important is a microchip? What is its importance? And so they started asking questions, and they said, how does it work, and what are they made of, and how do they talk? How do they control things? They're there to control things. Do they have brains? Can they think? Can they talk to each other? And they wanted to know how they're made and what the materials that they're made of. So they understood that computers were a bit similar to a brain. So they realized that the chips, they had these kind of, in speech marks, thought processes. So chips, microchips. Let's go into here and just do a very basic search to start with. So microchip. What is a microchip? Now, if we just look at Google in the most basic page, and we just have a look here, we can see that our search results, we have 64 million results here, and it's given it to us in 0.58 seconds. This is way too many results. We want to get this result down to something that's manageable, and so we can go a bit deeper into this search. The other thing about Google is that it will give you companies, and sometimes it will advertise. And I'm not signed in at the moment here, but if you are signed in, there is a high chance that Google will give you something that it thinks you want. So we're going to learn also about different types of search engines and how to get different types of searches by getting the results of what we are actually asking. So let's go and do some basic things. So here we can go into the search, and in Google it says, some people ask, and it says, what is a microchip and what is it used for? What is a microchip for humans? Can controllers microchip? What does a microchip look like? So these are all very good links for us to start with in our very basic search. Now, if we just go into Wikipedia, for example, we can go and open up in a new tab, and also we can go into, there was another search through here, which was, what is a microchip? So one of my searches in here was, what was a microchip? Microchips are made of lots and lots of small electronic components called transistors, and this is where we start to branch out into our deeper search, because in our brainstorm we don't have the term transistors, but we want to know what a transistor is. So when I'm inside my brainstorm, what I want to be able to do is go and edit this and take it a little bit further to transistors, and I can put this onto my search and I can work out what they are. What are they and what do they do? Because at the moment I don't really know. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to edit my pages. I'm going to go into this and go and find out what I know already about transistors, and then I'm going to go and search. It says here, a transistor in a nutshell is a switch. Okay, a switch to me is a light switch. But I know that a computer doesn't have a light switch, so I'm asking myself more questions. Am I going to get something in here in my microchip Wikipedia entry? So microchip technology, and I might be able to find some history in here, because usually I have something in the history section. There are other words here called microcontrollers, silicon storage technology. What is this? This silicon storage technology. Let me go and open this up and go further into my searches. It's got here Taiwan. Do I want to go and have a look at what's made in Taiwan? Is this the only country that makes these? How do these work and what do they do? So that's my first basic search. That's how I just go into step one. I go and find keywords within my pages and use what is offered to me in Google to start with.